Greetings and salutations, humans of Earth. Red Wild Rider here with you. We have more Strixhaven stuff. Joe is going to Strixhaven and he brought over a whole bunch of stuff. We got two videos. First video is going to be pre-release pack, set booster, and a pack. Second video is going to be pre-release pack, set booster, and a pack. Different pre-release pack, set booster, and a pack. Of course, because that would make sense. Anyway, let's get to opening. Right down to business. You know what? We'll save this pack for last. Magic pack. All right.
That's where the magic happens.
That's where the magic's got to happen. Right, Joe? You got it. Let's do this. Prismari pre-release pack. Let's see. I looked up the Elder Dragon last night after I recorded my videos. This is the day after I recorded the pre-release videos. And, yeah, Galzeth Prismari is like $30. Or something like that. Now, I know that's a mad early price, and that's going to go down, but yeah, man, that's pretty good numbers right there. All right, so we have a Fervent Mastery for the pre-release promo. Okay, this lets you, it's a wheel, basically. You let your opponent wheel? Yeah. You may pay 2 red rather than pay the spell's mana cost, which is normally 3 red. If the 2 red cost was paid, an opponent discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. You get to search your library for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random.
Sounds
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Let's get to the packs. You died?
Thank you. Goes in my pocket.
Sure enough, you're going to have another one in a moment. You can do with the box what you will. See what's in the packs. Did I cut myself? No, I didn't. Okay. Pretty sure I didn't. Well,
don't get blood on the cards.
I'll try not to get blood in the cards, but if there's blood in the card, you know what happened. Oh, I opened a pack last night. The first one of these packs was fucking knifed.
Really?
And the first card was almost cut clean through.
Whoa. Yeah,
it was pretty wacky. I was like, did I do that with my knife? I was like, no, that's not possible. It's like legit, like not gonna happen. All right, let's get to the good stuff here. The rare is not a rare, it's mythic. You got a mythic in here. It's pretty good. Magma Opus. Nice. For 6 blue red. It's an instant that deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents. Create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Draw 2 cards.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff for 8 mana. 8 mana, you better get a lot of stuff out of it.
Damn right.
But wait, you also get something extra out of this because you can pay 2 blue-red hybrid mana, either blue or red, and discard it to create a treasure token. Which is on there predominantly for potential constructed and limited play. So this way, if you draw it early and you can't really do anything with it, at least you get a treasure token and you cast other spells with it. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
But if you're playing a deck that you know can ramp up quickly blue and red, you might want to hold on to it.
Blue and red don't ramp up that quickly. So, treasure tokens. There you go.
I guess.
Got to think of all the clever stuff. So there's, by the way, the pre-release packs, I don't know if you're aware of this, Joe, have double-sided tokens in them.
I was not aware of double-sided tokens.
So be aware that there are double-sided tokens here. So I'm going to...
Aren't all tokens double-sided?
No. Well, I mean, all cards are double-sided, Joe.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, but all cards are double-sided, Joe. But the point is that most tokens have advertising on the back.
Oh, because I have a lot of tokens that are double-sided.
Because you got them from commander decks. Because commander decks come with double-sided tokens.
Oh, okay.
Another reason why it was a good idea for you to buy commander decks.
Gotcha, okay.
I convinced Joe to buy a set of commander decks today. Anyway, let's get down to the packs. I'm going to write myself a note. And actually remember around what time. You got another mythic. Dude, 2 mythics in a row.
What did you say?
Solid.
Possibility for 5?
No. That was in the set. That's in the set booster packs.
Gotcha.
Okay, but we got Body of Research, triple green, triple blue. You get to create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your library.
Sounds good for Commander.
That sounds ridiculous for Commander. Actually, probably going right into my Atraxa deck.
100 tokens, or I guess 90 tokens.
No, but by that point it would probably be around like 80. But having a plus 80 creature, if I have my Simic Ascendancy on the table, guys, that's
Are they
problem.
flying?
No, it's not flying, and it doesn't have trample either. But I can fix that. And your first Mystical Archive card is unfortunately a shock.
Could be worse.
Not really. No. It could be. It could be Revitalize. And you got a garbage card. Okay.
Garbage can literally go in the garbage.
Yes.
Garbage. Unless it has an arena code on it.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, it does not. Anyway. Oh, yes. Okay. I have to remind myself to do something later. Sorry. Anyway, next pack. Boring uncommons. What's the rare or mythic? It's a rare. It's Leonin Light Scribe. So for 1 and a white, we have a Cat Cleric. Magecraft, when you cast their copy of instant or sorcery, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Now that's kind of worth it.
That's Magecraft? Or...
That is Magecraft.
Magecraft.
That is Magecraft, my friend. And Tendrils of Agony. Nice card. And when we boop
Nice
on the
artwork.
camera. Yeah, that's very nice. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life with Storm. Storm basically says cast a whole lot of spells before you cast that, and you copy it for every time you stormed.
Cascade.
No, it's not Cascade. It copies this spell.
Oh.
So it's like you get, if you cast like 10 spells and then cast Tendrils of Agony, that's 11 Tendrils of Agony you cast for 4 mana.
Okay.
Storm's broken.
Okay.
There's a reason why the head designer of Magic calls the scale of how ridiculously overpowered a mechanic is the Storm scale. Because Storm is at the top of that scale. And like Dredge is like right underneath. And I am pretty sure that like Delve is like right under that too. Like they're like 3 of the most broken mechanics in Magic. Like just absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, next rare is Rushed Rebirth. This is an interesting little card for green-black. It just costs black and green. Instant, choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
Nice little green-black search.
Yeah, nice little card for green-black. Once you use like your Birthing Pod or your evolutionary leaps or whatever to raise the mana cost of your creatures, then you can go backwards for a creature every once in a while if you want to. Not bad.
You're searching for any creature, or it has to be a certain mana cost?
Lesser mana cost.
Lesser mana.
That's mana value is now will convert to mana cost.
Okay.
Okay, it's the new language.
Gotcha.
Sign of the times. Divine Gambit is your showcase, your Mystical Archive. Not good. I don't like Divine Gambit, but that's just me.
I'll have to see how a lot of them play.
Yeah, no, I think this set has a lot of good commander cards. Like that's why it's like I'm so happy to get to talk about this set finally, and like actually with actual cards in hand. The rare is Elemental Expressionist. It's 4 blue-red hybrid creature, orc wizard, Magecraft with a whole lot of text, and that text basically amounts to if a creature, you can choose a creature that if it leaves the battlefield, instead of leaving the battlefield, you exile it and you get a 4/4 elemental token.
Okay.
It's okay. And he's a 4/4 himself.
A lot of text for that.
Yeah, that's you need a whole lot of text to explain that. Agonizing Remorse for the Mystical Archive.
I like the artwork for the Mystical Archives, but...
Oh, the artwork's amazing. Like, really, like the overwhelming majority of the artwork on the Mystical Archives is great.
Are the Mystical Archives strictly an artifact, or...
No, they're all instants and sorceries.
They're all instants and sorceries.
Okay, you've got a foil in the pack. I don't know what it is, but I saw shiny in the back, so...
Shiny.
Shiny. The rare is Sparring Regimen. I opened this last night. It's an enchantment for 2 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you get to learn. And whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. Not as good in like it's good in Voltron commander decks. Like if you're playing like Bruna. Joe.
Something else I have to edit my Bruna deck. Okay.
It may not be bad because you're only going to have one target attacking creature, and it's going to be Bruna. Mana Tithe, very nice, and I should have turned the volume off of my phone. And your foil is Biblioplexus System. It's common. Okay, and another garbage card. Wow, 2 garbage cards in the same pre-release pack. All right, volume off on this thing. Okay.
Is Mana Tithe anything similar to a Smothering Tithe?
No. No, Mana Tithe is a counterspell. It's actually pretty good in some constructed formats. It's a single white mana, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1.
Okay.
That's actually, like, if you were playing anything other than white-blue, it would be good in a white deck. But you're playing blue, so you have better counterspells.
Yeah.
You know, but like Garrett, for example.
Yeah, Garrett would have a nice little counter in there, but it would be an early counter. It really wouldn't be.
If somebody taps out for something, it's basically whenever somebody taps out for something, it's like no.
Yeah, but that would be the only time.
Yeah, but how often does that happen in Commander? If somebody taps out.
True.
Oh my dude, look at this.
Beautiful artwork for that mythic.
Beautiful extended art Shadrick Silverquill. Nice. I would like to also point out here that, like me, Joe's not opening the rares in his color. Okay, well, except for the elemental expressions, you got 2 white ones and a white-black and a blue-green in the blue-red pack that you got. So
yeah, so if we were playing pre-release tonight, I'd be pretty screwed. I'd be panicking about now what I'm going to be playing. Yeah,
right. Infuriate for the Mystical Archive.
You know, it's for this reason.
We'll do the bonus pack now, and then we'll do the set boosters.
It's for that reason I really don't do much standard pre-releases anymore, because I find myself getting way too color screwed too often to play anything worth beating opponents.
Yeah, sealed is a very woo. Forgot about this. Forgot about random rares that pop up in the lesson spot in draft packs. I don't think we saw any of them before. But Teachings of the Archaics here. So for a lesson 2 in a blue, if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if an opponent has at least 4 more cards in hand than you. I really, really think this card is really kind of funny. I like it.
I like it. If you can empty your hand, that's really good. Or if your opponent is doing lots of draw spells.
Like I wouldn't play this in mono blue, assuming that we could use Lessons in Commander, because technically we can't.
Why not?
Which is because technically we're not allowed to have sideboards.
Oh, okay.
Which is that's a rule that needs to change. Because honestly, you need to have wishes in Commander. You need to have wishes. You need to have a sideboard to get things from. Because you need to be able to adapt to situations that you can't prepare for everything in a 100-card deck.
Yeah, but
it's just not possible.
It's not possible, but at the same time, I think the fact that having to go through 99 cards in a deck to take out for 15 cards going in, or unless they're gonna make that.
No. This isn't
pile.
No. It's not the same kind of sideboard. Because first of all, you don't sideboard between games.
Okay.
Okay. The whole idea of having a sideboard is to have stuff to get like lessons, or to get stuff with like Burning Wish or Living Wish or something like that.
Playable in game.
Yeah, you would be able to use a spell in your deck to grab a piece from there to use in game.
Huh. That is actually an interesting concept.
Yeah. You see, this is what I'm saying, and that's lessons could fall into that same category. Because that's how they are used in Magic.
Gotcha.
So Commander could just adapt the technology for it.
Yeah, that is an interesting concept. I had not considered it that way. I thought it was sideboarding out after game, you know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cards that let you interact with cards you own outside the game. You got Double Major, which is one of the better rares to get, so pretty good job there. It's green and blue, instant, copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if it's legendary. So you copy the spell. When you're casting the creature, you cast this and you get 2 of them.
I wish Gear Raid was green blue.
Yeah, right? And you got a negate and a foil comp. Not bad. You got 3 foils and 3 foils, 3 mythics.
Not bad.
That was pretty good for a pre-release kit and an extra draft booster. And we still have a whole set booster box to open. So we're gonna get down to that business
Only
right
problem
now.
with that pre-release kit would have been if I was actually playing pre-release, I probably wouldn't be able to build anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, again, the downside. There is a little bit of a downside to doing these like theme packs, and that's the downside. Is that occasionally you're gonna get stuff that you're just gonna not get the right combination of stuff, and somebody else meanwhile gets a better combination of stuff, and you're just completely hosed.
Has it been made a rule that people playing pre-release can't just call it quit the pre-release just because their pack has value but nothing that they can build with?
You're always allowed to quit anything you want at any time. In Magic, there's no rules about that. Rules
Are made to be broken.
screw the rules. We have money.
Well,
I hope you know the reference.
I'm not sure I do.
We're gonna have to have a long talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged later. Because if you haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, Joe's a former Yu-Gi-Oh! Player here. No shame in that.
Former from when I was 13. I am now no longer 13.
Yes, I'm aware of that too.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I wasn't a huge fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, but like I've seen some episodes, so I'm aware of.
I've seen some of
the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
characters.
Abridged, but I can't say I've seen so much of it that I know the reference.
Well, it's Kaiba's like tagline basically. Screw the rules, I have money.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kaiba. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, screw the rules, I have money. All right, set booster packs. Do we have tabs on these? No. Okay, old-fashioned rippy rips. Sounds good. All right, so we've got our art card, no signature. We've got our basic land. We're gonna have to reorganize this at some point, aren't we? Yes. All right. Hang on a second. Let's reorganize because I don't want to put my lands up there. That's horrible. That's better. Yeah, we'll leave the art cards up there. That's fine. What was this saying? Was this Velomachus? Yeah, this is the regular art for Velomachus Lorehold. Hopefully we'll see the regular one soon enough. All right, let's get down to business. So, the order of a Strixhaven set booster. We have the art, the land, and now we have a lesson, which could be a mythic. So we have the possibility of opening 5 mythics in a set booster, although the odds are astronomically against us.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's always hope. This time we got a common. Then our 6 commons and uncommons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 commons. 1 uncommon, then the wild card was an uncommon. Guaranteed rare or mythic is Flame Scroll Celebrant. Now, this is one of the modal double face cards. So we're going to have to see the Mystical Archive card under it. Might be something good. So, but this guy here, Flame Scroll Celebrant, is 1 in a red, creature, human, shaman. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals 1 damage to that player. And it's 1 in a red to give itself +2/+0 till end of turn. But, and it's a 2/1, and then you flip it over, you got another mana type, by the way. The other side, Revel in Silence, double white, for an instant, your opponents can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker's loyalty abilities this turn, exile it.
For turn.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a commander card. This is not a commander card, unless you're playing a tax deck, like a red-white taxes deck, and, you know, you want to screw people who are playing activated abilities.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's okay there, but like the flip side is I guess it's okay in some circumstances, but I don't know. I'm not big on it. You got a foil common in the foil spot, which is not surprise, and oh, yep, that's token. All right, keep moving. See what else we get. All right, art card. What is this? Prismari command. Very cool.
If you happen to open up any doubles of the art cards and you didn't open up any yourself, just put them on the side for yourself.
I haven't opened any of my stuff yet, so I don't know what I need yet.
All right. Well, if you open up any,
we'll talk. We'll talk. Absolutely. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. So the rare is Ingenious Mastery, X2 in blue. You may pay 2 blue rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If the 2 blue cost was paid, you draw 3 cards, then an opponent creates 2 treasure tokens, and they scry 2. If that cost wasn't paid, you draw X cards. It's a sorcery. I don't see people playing this in Commander, because card drawing, you could do an instant speed in Commander much easier.
Yeah. This
just seems very inefficient. You got Eliminate for the Mystical Archive, and your foil is Explosive Welcome, which is an uncommon. It's a very expensive spell. Oh, and a list card, you got Lash Out, which was a very fun card in Limited, and in Constructed for a little while, but not much fun anywhere else. You're not going to play Lash Out ever. But we'll put the list cards up there. So start sliding some of this stuff over. Make sure we have enough room for all the good stuff, because we get a lot of mythics in these packs. I've been watching some of these openings, and they've been pretty good. So first foil land, very nice. We'll put those in the foil pile, actually, over there. Okay. Looks like double rare. You got another Ingenious Mastery. We just saw that. And Silver Quill Command. Okay, so each of the 5 2-color pairs is getting a command now. 2 white, black, choose 2. Target creature gets +3/+3 and flying until end of turn. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target opponent sacrifices a creature.
Okay.
It's a pretty decent spell for white, black, and Commander.
Yeah, sounds fun.
I would think most of the time it's going to be the second and third abilities, maybe the second and fourth ability. If Bruno's a little alone on the field, target opponent sacrifices a creature. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, usually the only way to get rid of Bruno when she's hexproof.
Yep, exactly. You got Memory Lapse for your Mystical Archive, which is nice, and another foil common. All right. That is some nice art right there.
That's nice.
That is nice. Who is this? This is Urza's Rage. This is the one of the Mystical Archive cards. Nice. All right. The rare, Leonin Lightscribe. We saw him before. The Magecraft guy gives you creatures +1/+1.
Okay.
Adventurous Impulse for your first Mystical Archive card, because there's foil behind there. I kind of caught a glimpse of the corner of it.
Yeah.
And it's Stone Rain. Stone Rain.
Destroy target land.
Yes, this. Let me tell you some funny story. You wouldn't know this about Stone Rain. Stone Rain used to be printed in every core set. It used to be one of the most printed cards in Magic up until a certain point. And what happened was people like me, who are like bastards and like hate people, would build decks that were expressly designed to make you not have lands. And Stone Rain was a huge part of this, because 3 mana land destruction is really good.
I was gonna say, what is good for land destruction? Because I don't focus a lot on blowing up lands.
Yeah,
but
3 mana or less is good for blowing up lands. 4 mana or more is bad. And if you notice, every land destruction spell in Magic since about 2008 or so, maybe even earlier, has always cost 4 mana unless it has serious drawbacks. Like for example, it blows up one of your own lands as well.
Sure.
Okay, they have made a concerted effort to move away from land destruction and try to keep people from blowing up lands. So, yeah, but that's why Stone Rain, it's kind of amusing that they don't print 3 mana land destruction anymore.
Oh, maybe it's making a comeback for this one.
No, it's not.
So that's just.
No, it's not. This is just for funsies.
Okay.
This is just for funsies. Okay, but seriously, Stone Rain was one of the most overprinted cards in all of Magic's history up until they decided that 3-mana land destruction was too powerful. Oh, we got another rare lesson, Illuminate History. So for 2 and double red, you can discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. Then if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white 3/2 red and white spirit creature token.
Okay.
That's really good.
For 4 mana.
If you're not playing white, if you're playing, say, like red blue.
I guess.
That seems pretty good. I don't know. You know?
Again, I don't usually play red blue, so for me,
See, I would like to have that. I might put that in my draw deck. That's kind of fun. Maybe. Oh! Another mythic. And that's in your wild card spot, so you got another rare behind that. Kasmina, Enigma Sage.
Nice. First Planeswalker.
Yep, 1 green blue. Each other planeswalker you control has the loyalty abilities of Kasmina. Hey, look at that. So every planeswalker is Kasmina.
Okay. What is Kasmina? Is she worth having?
Well, +2, scry 1.
Okay.
-X, fractal creature token with X+1/+1 counters on it.
Where X is?
X is how much you spent on the loyalty.
Okay.
-X. Right? And then -8, you search your library for an instant or sorcery card that shares a color with this planeswalker, exile that card, and then shuffle. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. The idea with the -8 is to use it on other planeswalkers. Like, build up one of your other planeswalkers in other colors with a whole bunch of stuff, and then -8 to go grab one of the instances of that color.
Gotcha.
That's why it's worded the way it's worded.
I was going to say.
Okay. Torrent Sculptor behind that is your rare. 2 blue for your Merfolk Wizard. Ward 2. Ward is a new ability that it's basically whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, countered unless the opponent pays whatever the ward cost is.
Is it an automatic counter?
No, the opponent has to pay more mana or has to make some other payment to get past the counter.
So yeah, so if they don't, it's just automatically.
Yeah, it's automatically countered unless they pay the cost. Okay, so this is a new thing going forward now with Wizards. We're going to see a lot more of Ward in the future.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's about time they keyworded this ability and started using it more actually, because it means that like removal becomes more conditional and limited, and that's important. So when this enters the battlefield for 4 mana 2/2, you exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to half that card's mana value rounded up. So you get a few extra counters on it from an instant or sorcery in your graveyard. But oh my god! I can't even flip it over. You got a demonic tutor, dude. High five.
Nice.
Nice pull on the demonic tutor. Very sweet. And that's amazing artwork too. Look at that.
That is an amazing pull. Amazing artwork. That made my night.
Yep. And the knight's just young still. But the back of this is Flamethrower Sonata. You discard a card, then draw a card for 1 and a red. When you discard an instant or sorcery, this deals damage equal to that card's mana value to target a creature or planeswalker you don't control. So that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not really commander good, but I mean demonic tutor is amazing. So there you go. There you go. That deserves to go in the mythic pile. And foil Ether Helix, which is kind of okay. And what is this? Saber Ants is your list card in this pack. Whenever it's dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens into play. It's a 2/3 for 3 and a green. Old ass card.
How much is demonic tutor now? What is that? 35, 45?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I mean, because there's different printings are worth different amounts of money. So
Gotcha.
it would really depend on the printing you're talking about. We've had a ton of printings of it already. So I think we got another list card in here. You got another art card that's one of the students from Quandrix. Eureka Moment. It's one of the spells. Anyway.
This is the Harry Potter theme.
This was supposed to have been the Harry Potter theme set had that actually happened. But it didn't, because
I'm glad it is not a Harry Potter theme.
I'm
not a Harry Potter fan. And the last thing I would need to be doing is casting Harry Potter for 5 mana.
You know, I am a Harry Potter fan, and I'm going to be upfront and say I don't want Magic crossing IPs like that, like from something that's not another fantasy, like very super adjacent world like D&D. Like that's fine. Harry Potter, something that's in other media, something that started in other media. No, leave it out of the gaming stuff. You know, you want to do like a couple of things here and there. That's fine. You want to have, you know, like the Godzilla things in Ikoria were amazing. You know, I like that. If there were Harry Potter cards like that in this set, I would be fine with it. But not to have a whole set like the Harry Potter set. Like, oh, Harry Potter's a part of Magic now. No, stop, please. Let's not cross those streams unnecessarily.
You mean like Secret Lair and Walking Dead?
Exactly, like Secret Lair Walking Dead. Dream Strix 2 and a blue is your rare. Flying for it's a bird illusion. It's flying when it becomes the target of a spell or ability. Sacrifice it. When it dies, learn. It's a 3/2 for 3/2 flyer for 3 mana is fine. In limited, again, not in Commander. We're not playing that in Commander. Claim the Firstborn. And that's foil. I saw foil land, and I thought it might have been one of the rares, and it wasn't. I got fooled. I got fooled for a second. It's fine. I admit it. I got all excited. I was like, oh, it's going to be the black-green snarl thing. And nope. Oh, that's incredible right there. Look at that.
That is nice.
That is great. This has to be another Mystical Archive card. Yeah, it's Infuriate.
That looks like one of the Japanese style cards that would come out in the Japanese.
It might be. It might be. In fact, one sec. I think we opened an Infuriate before. Yeah, no, it's the regular one.
Okay.
It's the regular one. Yep, right there. Anyway, let's get back down. Let's see what we got. All right. Another Elemental Expressionist. We saw him before. That was the 4/4 red-blue hybrid guy.
Gotcha.
Weather the Storm, which is another Storm card, and Stonebound Mentor for the foil. Video's pretty far along already. We're going to start speeding this up a little bit. Okay, Damogoth Titan. This is another fun card for green, black, and Commander. This is absolutely getting played. 4 green, black hybrid for a demon. Whenever Damogoth Titan attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. It's an 11/10 for 4 mana.
Too bad I don't have flying or trample.
It doesn't matter. It's an 11/10 for 4 mana. I'll find a way to give it flying or trample.
I suppose.
Like, there's plenty of ways in green to give a trample, so that's not a problem.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Because it is hybrid, it could be in a mono green or mono black deck.
No, because Commander doesn't allow that. And that's another thing that I think Commander should change. I'm glad you brought this up, Joe. Now, I will agree that a black-green hybrid card should maybe not be in a green-blue deck. However, I think it should be allowed for a mono-colored Commander deck to run a hybrid mana card that has at least one of that. The color of the mono of the deck matches one of the colors of the card. So you could play this in mono black, you could play this in mono green, but you can't play it in green blue, you can't play it in black red. I think that's fair.
I mean, I guess. But the point is that if you can allow it in a mono color of one of its colors, why not allow it in any multicolored deck that has one of those colors?
The idea being that while I understand the argument, a lot of people have actually made that argument. so very good at picking up on it right away. That's the thing. The thing with
because like your side of it was good, but
yeah.
if you're gonna allow it in a deck that's opposed to one color.
So the idea is that the hybrid mana was meant to represent spells that could be played by either color, but are kind of an overlap between the two. So monocolored, like I'll agree that like they would be overpowered in a lot of multicolored decks where the deck only has one of the two colors. Because now you're sort of like leaning a little heavily on the edge. But when you're playing monocolor, it's like, come on, like mono white has enough problems as it is. You know, let them play a couple of extra cards. It's not gonna unbalance the format wildly. You know, it'll just make for some more interesting builds. Like I think it's fair. It's a good compromise.
I suppose.
All right, I think we have a double rare, Accomplished Alchemist. 3 and a green for an Elf Druid. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, or tap to add X mana of any one color, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. When the camera moves. Okay, and it's a 2/5. I don't know how much green life gain is good in Commander. I don't know if I might just play this in my Elves deck and my Druids deck. I mean, because it would make sense.
It would.
I
mean, technically, if you're playing white-green, you can get life gain. Maybe black-green is black sometimes gets life link.
Yeah, you could do some shenanigans with that. Your second rare was Augment your Pugilist. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, on the bright side, I mean, it is a 2/5 blocker that taps for a mana. I mean...
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, it's definitely playable. So, Augment your Pugilist here when we decide to boot. Okay. 1 green, Troll Druid, 3/3 trample. As long as you control 8 or more lands, it gets +5/+5.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. And it's even better because it has a flip side, and you got a Tezzer's Gambit, by the way, which is very nice.
Nice.
But the flip side is 3 blue for Echoing Equation, sorcery. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except those creatures aren't legendary if the chosen creature is legendary.
Question. Now, if you were to make copies of your commander, do all the copies deal commander damage? Like, if I was to just make 4 copies of Bruna, do all 4 copies deal combat damage?
You know that's a rather interesting question. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I'm sure that somebody we know will definitely know how that works. So maybe we'll have to ask later on. We'll have to ask around.
Because that would be worth running in a deck where you play a.
I mean, that would be absolutely hilarious for the record. Do you want these stupid game cards? You can throw that out if you want to.
No, game cards no, but if they have arena codes on their model.
There's no arena codes. Stop dreaming of arena codes. Only in the pre-release packs.
All right, I'm just saying.
And there's another. Joe just started arena, but this is something that they should put in packs.
They should.
And Pokemon does it.
Yeah. Pokemon
every pack you get an online pack as well. Like, why not? I would play Arena if they did it. This is Tanager Quandrix, the green-blue Elder Dragon.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Oh.
Shiny?
Previewing another shiny Mystical Archive.
Please make it a shiny Mythic.
Hopefully.
I that 3 times fast.
Yeah, right? I was thinking of that. So you got Prismari Command. For 1 red-blue. Choose 2, instant speed, 2 damage to any target, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, target player. Target player creates a treasure token or destroy target artifact. For 3 mana, it's not that bad. I don't know if you'd really play it in Commander. It's kind of low powered.
Right.
You know, but this is definitely designed for like constructed formats. You got to Cultivate. And Foil Shock.
Foil Shock.
Yeah, womp womp on that. And wait. Oh my God! Please tell me that both brothers Yamazaki are in the list. That would be amazing. This card. Funny story about this card. There's 2 different artworks. The other one is basically a flip of this, but it's one whole artwork across 2 cards. Notice what it says. If there are exactly 2 permanents named Brothers Yamazaki in play, the legend rule doesn't apply to them.
Okay.
Because they're legendary brothers.
Gotcha.
So you can play 2 of them. That's hilarious.
Do they have any effect other than the legendary rule doesn't apply to them? Or are they just, what is it, 2-1? Am I saying correctly?
They're 2/1s. They have Bushido 1, which means when it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Okay.
And each other creature named Brothers Yamazaki gets +2/+2 in haste. So when they're both out, they're automatically both 4/3s with haste.
Okay. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so that's actually all right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say it doesn't sound so good, but when you put it that way, and you
But you have to have both of them, and that's ultimately the problem. Having both of them, getting both of them is not the easiest.
How much mana does it cost?
3.
Ah.
I mean, playing both of them is not a problem. It's actually having both of them in your hand that's the problem. Your rare is Poet's Quill. For 1 and a black, artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, you learn. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 in lifelink, and you equip it for 1 and a black. It's okay.
Has some kind of potential.
Lightning Helix, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And Shiny Blood Researcher, nothing impressive. And took it. Okay. Yeah, I said something about going faster before and like totally disregarded that. Another great artwork, probably from another Mystical Archive card, probably like Ephemerate or something. Yep, it was Ephemerate. Good call. Great art. All right. Commons, uncommons, and Cody, Vociferous Codex. Yes, you got the living book. This card's kind of funny. There's a lot of text on this. This is the 3-mana 1/4 creature, legendary artifact creature. You can cast permanent spells. Pay 4 and tap it. Add white, blue, black, red, green. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile a card from the top of your library to exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. It's basically Cascade, for instance, sorceries.
Okay.
Okay, so until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in random order. So basically, Cascade for instant and sorcery, paying 4 and tapping this. You get the 5 mana.
But you can't play.
But you don't have to pay. You see that you get that 5 mana, and you don't have to pay the mana cost of the spell you're casting.
Oh, right. But it says, what's the first line? It says you can't cast what?
Permanent spells. So you can only cast this and sorceries when it's out.
So unless you're, I don't see the value for that. Maybe I'm just naive still.
There's combo potential. Because you're basically stacking instants and sorceries on top of each other. So you could probably figure out some crazy stuff you could do. There's probably like a combination of 2 spells. It's just like, so. But you have a second rare in here is Lorehold Command. For 3 red, white, instant choose 2, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and indestructible in haste until end of turn. Lorehold Command turns into Lightning Helix, 3 damage and 3 life. Or sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. Sacrifice permanent is therefore limited because the red-white theme is putting cards in graveyards and then exiling them and then getting spirit tokens.
Okay.
The whole like graveyard to exile to this whole death and rebirth kind of thing, which is odd because red-white somehow got that.
Yeah, usually that would be a white-black thing.
Or black-green.
Or black-green.
Yep. So you got negate and foil Dragon's Approach.
That was a fancy-looking negate.
Yes, it is. It is very nice looking negate. Not gonna lie.
I'm still used to seeing certain cards with certain colored backgrounds. That didn't strike me as a negate. That's nice.
That's pretty cool. What is this? Crackle with Power. She's certainly crackling with power. I thought you were snickering. I didn't realize you were just like runny nosing.
Allergy. Allergies. My nose closes.
Gotcha. Auric Lore Mage. 2 double black for a human warlock. 3/3. Tap it to search your library for a card. Put it into your graveyard. Then shuffle. For the instant or sorcery card, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So we're not playing this in Commander.
Yeah.
Ephemerate, though, does get played in Commander. Fun card. I showed the art card for that before. And foil uncommon. And Maven Riftwatcher. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards from Time Spiral Limited. Yes! Maven Riftwatcher is fun and limited. Not good anywhere else. Did we get anything good in here so far? Nope. Neat. But we still have more than half the box to go.
That is true.
Because we are taking a long time in explaining cards. Oh, there's Cultivate art.
That's nice. That is.
That's
almost hieroglyphic looking.
Alright. Number 3, I believe.
I think so.
Duress and Eureka Moment. Okay. That was the most unexciting pack we've opened so far. Duplicate, boring, mystical archive. At least we had the exciting art card. Speaking of exciting art cards, whoa, what the hell is going on there? It's pretty cool.
It looks like Doctor Strange's medallion thing.
Yeah, right? Verdant Mastery. Cool. Oh, first we got our first duel, Necroblossom Snarl. This is the you know the Shadows over Innistrad lands?
Yeah, the reveal lands.
Yeah, this is the enemy colored cycle we finally got.
Okay.
Opt. Very cool.
It's cool artwork, but I'm tired of seeing Opt.
Yeah. And foil rare sparring regimen.
Does every set have an Opt card in it?
It seems like it, doesn't it?
I mean, I hadn't seen any until Ixalan, and then after Ixalan, it's like almost every set has Opt.
I know, and Opt's an old ass card too. I'm pretty sure Opt came out in a set from before I started playing.
Yeah.
So it's been around a while. That's Killian Ink Duelist. Yes, the white-black school fights with ink, because that's smart. Confront the past, another rare lesson. X and a black for a sorcery. Choose one, return target planeswalker card with mana value X or less from graveyard to the battlefield. Or remove twice X loyalty counters from target planeswalker and opponent controls. So it's either resurrect your planeswalker or kill that man's planeswalker. Seems like a good plan. I'm on board. It's a sorcery, though, which is kind of ebb, but you might be able to get away with some shenanigans. You catch somebody with, taking a chance, keeping 2 or 3 counters on the planeswalker.
You could also find ways of playing sorceries at instant speed or flashing them in.
That as well.
Commander.
Another Daemogoth Titan. Time Warp!
Nice.
Score, another good mythic. And another boring land.
Is that a temple?
No, that's the basic land, the basic dual land.
Oh.
Enters the battlefield tapped, makes either color, and you can pay 4 mana and tap it to scry 1.
Oh.
Super not exciting. But, budget commander players will go for it. Because they're going to have to, because they're not getting many other good options. Stormkiln Artist. Oh, very few commons in that pack. Very nice.
Is Time Wipe something you would play in Bruno?
Time Wipe?
That was Time Wipe, right? Or,
no, that's Time Warp.
Time Warp.
Yeah, Time Warp is just take an extra turn. I mean, take an extra turn is take an extra turn, Joe.
Another thing that I gotta now consider. Okay.
Retriever Phoenix, 3 in a red for a Phoenix with the 2/2 flying haste. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, learn. As long as it's in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return it to the battlefield. Which is kind of cool if you had repeatable learn, but we kind of don't have that right now. Increasing Vengeance, another mythic.
Nice.
This is copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, copy that spell twice instead.
Okay.
Double red to cast it the first time, and 3 and double to cast it the second. Access Tunnel Foil, and Arcbound Slith for your list card. That's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Kind of. Alright. That's another amazing art, and I see a foil in. Did that just fall on the floor, by the way?
No.
That is our Time Warp. Should have looked closer at that art. Yep.
Nice.
That is it. It's the art card we just got. Demonic Tutor, dude. Amazing.
And Time Warp.
And Time Warp. Great.
Like I
Now,
said last time,
if you open a natural order now, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I give up. My boxes aren't gonna match this.
I tend to do better, like I said last time, when you're opening the boxes.
They're the same boxes. I don't know what happens. Maybe it's just my presence in the room. I don't know. Sedgemoor Witch, 2 in a red for 2 in a red.
2 in a
I just said
black.
2 in a black. Thank you. I don't know where my mind was at. For a 3/2 human warlock, menace ward pay 3 life, and magecraft. When you do the magecraft thing, you get a 1/1 black and green pest token. When this dies, you gain 1 life. So you get a pest token, and then you get mythic behind it, Blex Vexing Pest. I tried to say that fast and I stumbled. Blex Vesting. See, I just did it again. I'm not gonna do it.
Vesting.
Yeah, see, you did it too.
Oh, Blex Vexing Pest.
Yeah, try saying that fast. Go ahead. Anyway, 2 in a green, legendary creature pest. Other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. When it dies, you gain 4 life. It's a 3/2, but it flips over 2 because you can search for Blex, which doesn't actually let you search for Blex, actually, ironically enough. It's 2 in double black. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put any number of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose 3 life for each card you put into your hand this way. Now, this card's good for Commander.
Well, Blex was okay for Commander too if you happen to be running a bunch of spiders with reach or whatever you're playing, insect.
Well, if you're playing green-black, you're probably playing, like, snakes or spiders or insects or something. Like, then you're going to have them. You build your deck around it.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of big spiders in Magic.
Yeah,
Infuriate.
I tend to play against one often. Annoying.
Oh, yes, Thantis, right?
The guy, I don't remember its name, the guy who forces every opponent to attack. And then
yeah,
gets bigger
Thantis.
every time you attack him.
Thantis. Yep, I remember. I played against that deck too. Because I remember reading that card and going like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Oh hell no! Like, remind me to play a deck that doesn't attack.
Yeah, right.
Another mythic, Harness Infinity. 1 triple black and triple green. For an instant, exchange your hand and graveyard, and then exile it. I saw your jaw drop. I looked over at Joe for a second as I was reading the card. His jaw just went right down.
That's pretty good if you can finagle a no-hand, 0 cards in hand or something.
And you just have a lot of cards in your graveyard. That's all you need. I don't care how many cards I have in my hand. If I got more cards in my graveyard...
Reliquary Tower.
Yeah, right? So you got Compulsive Research, and... Oh, Jesus, dude!
Is that a foil?
That is a foil full art Professor Onyx, dude. Another high 5, and we're not booping for some reason. Why are we not booping on Hadi Liliana? There we go. 4 in double black for Lily. She has Magecraft that drains 2 life and gains you 2 life every time you cast an instant or sorcery spell or copy one. +1, lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. -3, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times. Once again, I'm watching Joe's face as I'm reading that last ability, and it started off, okay, oh God. Dude, I got to get a perfect fit for you for that, because there's no way I'm putting that down in anywhere without one of the perfect fits on it. Where's my perfect fits? I think... Oh, where'd I put the pack? I had a pack of them out.
And just for everybody watching, we have a whole nother box and pre-release kit to go.
Yeah, and I still have my own 3 boxes left to go. This night ain't over, not by a long shot. Where the hell did I put those perfect fits? Oh, there they are. Found them. Oh, I put them under the cards I traded for Dogecoin. I traded a Palinchron and a Tempest Wasteland to one of my friends, who you know, for about 650 Dogecoin. last night, and I think I've close to doubled the value on that on the Dogecoin now. So that's some fun. Jesus, dude. We still got 11 packs to go.
Still got a chance of getting more of those.
You catch your blessings, you got one. Oh, we got our signature card, finally. I was waiting for that to come across. Eureka moment, which we got before. Wow, dude. Incredible. A free Flame Painter. 3 in a red for a 1/4 free Shaman with double strike. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell we put into your graveyard, exile it instead.
Okay.
It's okay. Probably not going to see playing Commander. Another Divine Gambit, foil Elemental Summoning, and garbage. If you stay here while I do my box openings, I'm going to be flinging those across the room, so you might want to be careful.
What, the garbage card?
Yeah. Yeah, I just... It's gone. Get out of my sight. Stupidest things they put in these packs. Vanishing Verse. For white-black, you get an instant exile target monocolored permanent.
That's okay.
It's okay. I don't think it's going to see playing Commander just because of the restriction. Like, I'll just pay the one more and play one of the other spells that just says exile target permanent. Or exile target non-land permanent. That's okay. Monocolored gets a little tricky in Commander.
I suppose. Does monocolored also include colorless?
No, it does not. Colorless is no color. How could you be How could you be monocolored with no color?
Well, when you watch TV shows in black and white, isn't that monocolored?
No, it's called monochrome, and that's a completely different thing than anything else.
Why not? Isn't chrome in place of color?
No, because it has to do with the light source. The fact the light source is a single color. Colorless is not monocolor. Kozilek is safe from your shenanigans, sir.
Okay, I'll just wipe the board.
Yeah, right. Just wipe the board. It's easier. Snakeskin Veil and Lorehold Excavation Foil. Yeah, it's just wipe the board. That will do. That will do. Or just source the plowshares in and then path to exile next turn, like somebody did to me once. And then I think they condemned it the following turn, which was really amusing. I was like, do you have any more of those? He's like, no, that's it. I was like, good. Because now I'm coming after you next turn. I'm pretty sure you know the person who I did it to, too. Another Mythic, Ecological Appreciation. Here you go with another Mythic, X2 green, sorcery. Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names that each have mana value X or less and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Shuffle the chosen cards into your library. Put the rest onto the battlefield. Exile Ecological Appreciation.
That's pretty good, actually.
That is really good. And you had another rare behind it, Uvilda, Dean of Perfection. When we boot. Legendary creature, Jin Wizard, 2/2. Tap, you may exile an instant or sorcery card from your hand and put 3 hone counters on it. It gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If this card is exiled, remove a hone counter from it. And when less hone counters are removed from this card, if it's exiled, you may cast it. It costs 4 less to cast this way. That could be interesting with a lot of spells, but it's got a flip side too. And you got Nurse's Rage behind there, which is very nice. And you have another foil Mystical Archive.
Nice.
The flip side of this is Nasari, Dean of Expression. I think this is the more fun side. 4/4 a free Shaman. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. That to everybody else. And wait, whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on them.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Oh, look at that. It's a Brainstorm.
Shiny Brainstorm.
It is a shiny, that is a beautiful shiny Brainstorm when the camera decides to focus. Thank you.
I do have to say, I like the artwork on a lot of these new cards. And it's not just for this set. A lot of
Nice.
recent sets.
Nice.
What
Score. Phyrexian Tyranny. Good card.
Nice. Whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Why not? Whenever a player draws a card, they lose 2 life, and I gain 2 life.
No. That's not what it said.
What did it say?
So that player loses 2 life unless he or she pays 2 mana.
Oh, well, that's still okay.
Still fine.
Because at the beginning of their turn, they're basically starting with 2 less mana.
Or 2 less life.
Or 2 less life. Oh,
Either one is acceptable. So, oh, this is the Inquisition of Kozilek. Look at that Kozilek. Dun, dun, dun.
Inquisition.
Yes.
Inquisitions are never good.
Except when it's Kozilek.
I suppose.
Another Sedgemoor Witch, Thrill of Possibility, Foil Letter of Acceptance, another unexciting pack. But we're almost at the end. We're almost at the end of video 1.
Gotta say though, 2 unexciting packs and a whole box.
Oh no, this box is ridiculous, dude. This box is absolutely off the hook. Like I'm like disappointed that we have to do other boxes and they're probably not going to live up to this. But then we're going to find out soon that maybe they will.
Maybe.
This is why we keep making the videos. This is why you keep watching. Another one. What? 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 You might be trading me one of these.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. I might end up opening 3 after the stupidity that I had during call time, where I opened all the Yorn God of Winters, the showcase ones. You got double Shadrix. Very nice. Another Mana Tithe. And foil uncommon. And that. And still, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 6 packs to go. Sorry this video is taking so long, but between, Joe and I talking with each other and, ultimately with you guys listening along and all the stuff talking about individual cards and everything. Another rare Academic Probation.
Nice.
It's another rare lesson, 1 in white. Choose one. Choose a non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. Or choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. I would love to, turn 1, play a Plains and a Mana Crypt, and go Academic Probation, naming Sol Ring. That would be fun. This is the first time I'm doing this middle finger thing. I like it. I think it's funny. Because somebody's probably gonna tell me, "Look, it's stupid. Don't do it." But yeah, I'll probably keep doing it anyway. Fury Calm Snarl, so you get the red-white version of that land.
Okay.
Whirlwind Denial and Foil Inkling Summoning and a Root Runner, which is we're not going to talk about Root Runner. I'm just going to put it down there. It wasn't a bad card. It was good in the limited format of its time, but Stone Rain art. I was like, I've seen that before. It looks like Stone Rain. Oh, Stone Rain. I'm very smart today. Watch out, I'm dangerous. Tempted by the Yorick. 1 in triple blue sorcery. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana value 3 or less.
I was excited up until 3 or less.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say, Joe. Exactly what I was going to say. Yes. Good assessment. Village Rites, yep, it's Village Rites and Cram Session, which is boring.
How many planeswalkers exist that cost 3 or less mana? Probably not many.
Not many, and a couple of them are really bad. Looking at you, old Tybalt. Alright. Culling Ritual. 2 black-green. Sorcery. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Add green or black for each permanent destroyed this way. That's going to be pretty fun in Commander. Because that's fuck all your Soul Rings, fuck all your Mana Crypts.
It's all not,
non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less.
That's all your tokens, all your mana rocks, all your Soul Rings.
And all that mana for me.
And you get mana for it.
I'm okay with this. I like it. Double rare pack, Shell, Dean of Radiance, 1 in a white, legendary bird cleric, flying vigilance. Tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. It's a 1/1 though, so it's kind of okay. But it flips. We're not missing anything with the Defying Strike. Embers, Dean of Shadow. Boop.
So these flip cards don't flip like they did in Innistrad. These are I play one or the other side.
Yes.
Okay.
2 in double black for a human warlock, 4/4. Tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. Then Ember's Dean of Shadow deals 2 damage to that creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, draw a card. So
it's okay.
Make a 1/1 token, put a counter on it, kill it, draw a card. Make a 1/1 token, tap and put a counter on it, kill it, draw a card.
Yeah, it doesn't tickle me though.
Ching, ching. Just drawing cards off of it. It's okay. It's just you have to tap it all the time, which is not good. That's the problem. That's why it's not going to do anything. And false start from scratch. I just think it's funny that you could just like every turn, just ka-ching, cash it in for a card.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's enough to draw a card per turn kind of thing, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not in Commander. Commander, we don't need it. We have other ways to draw cards. We will sort that out. All right. Into the home stretch here. Another Cody. Got a lot of double ups. Memory lapse. Nice. Foil teach by example.
I do nothing but teach for example. I don't want to teach by example anymore. People don't listen to me.
Yeah, right? I teach by example and nobody follows. It's like I'm teaching but nobody's learning. That's not my fault. All right. Stop complaining about our jobs.
Hey, we signed on for it, I guess.
Yeah, right? That's what they say. Silver Quill Silencer, white-black, human cleric, 3/2. As it enters the battlefield, choose a non-land card name. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with the chosen card name, they lose 3 life and you draw a card.
Okay.
That would also be funny to name Soul Ring with. But unfortunately, you're probably not going to get this out on turn 1. So it's probably not going to happen.
Well, it's very rare you'd be able to get 2 colored mana cost out on turn 1.
Yep, exactly. All right, last pack. And then we can wrap up the first half and move on to video number 2. Woo!
I was going to say, how long can your videos be before you got to stop and record another one? Or can they be as long as you want them to be?
We can keep going and going and going. Energize the bunny. Hey, semester's end.
Thank God.
Very funny at the end of the pack too, right? 3 in a white for an instant. Exile any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of the next end step, return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature, an additional loyalty counter if it's a planeswalker.
Kind of a nice phase out.
It's kind of a nice Duck the Wrath spell. Seems okay. It's like if you can't afford Teferi's Protection, well, you can get Semester's End, I guess. Another Demonic Tutor! Dude, 2 Demonic Tutors in the box! God damn it, dude! Wow!
And are both of them fancy art?
Well, they're the same art. So, I mean...
Well, I mean, they're both the same... they're
okay. The same card. I think there's a foil... nope, there's another foil Mystical Archive card behind here. Right. But it's an uncommon, so we're not going to get too excited. It's Divine Gambit. But, wow! Wow! So, wait a minute. So, in all this, right, in 1 pre-release kit, 1 pack, and a set booster box, you got a full art Lily, you got double Demonic Tutor. Okay, so let's stack this up. Double Demonic, double full art Shadrix. You got Kasmina. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other mythics. And 2 more Mystical Archive cards, one of which was Time Warp.
Nice.
How the hell are we going to top this next video? Guess what? You're going to have to come back and find out. That's right. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back soon with part 2 of this epic half and half opening that we're doing here. Right now, Red Wild Rider saying, hey, look, do all the YouTube stuff for me, man. Let's get to 88 subscribers. Let me give away all that stuff, please. I don't want it sitting in my house anymore. I'm tired of it. Let's go. Let's do it. Peace. I'm out.